Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CalmCast English Podcast. This is your place for natural English practice through everyday conversations. I'm Emma.
And I'm Leo. How are you doing today, Emma?
Honestly, Leo, my brain is exhausted.
Oh, what happened?
I've been overthinking everything. I sent a text to my friend yesterday and she didn't reply, and now I've replayed that conversation in my head like 50 times, wondering if I said something wrong.
I do this all the time. You send one message and then your brain creates 100 different scenarios.
Exactly. Maybe she's mad at me. Maybe I was too direct. Maybe she's ignoring me.
Or maybe she's just busy.
Right, but my brain doesn't think about that option.
So if you're listening right now and your brain also won't shut up, stay with us.
Yes, because today we're talking about overthinking, why we do it, and how to actually stop.
And don't worry, this episode is for all types of English learners. If you're just starting out, you can follow along. If you're more advanced, you'll still learn something new.
The language is simple and natural, just like real conversations. So relax, listen, and let the English flow naturally.
And if you enjoy learning with us, please like this episode, subscribe to the channel.
And maybe share it with one friend who is also learning English.
Every like, every comment, every share really helps more learners find this podcast.
And we love reading your comments.
In fact, maybe you can answer a simple question. Do you overthink things? Write yes or no in the comments. We really want to know.
And later in this episode, we'll have a calm word tour.
In Word Tour, we'll take some useful words and expressions from today and explain them in a simple way so you can start using them in your own life.
But for now, just relax. Maybe you're having breakfast, maybe you're on your commute, maybe you're cleaning. Wherever you are, you're exactly where you need to be.
All right, take a breath. Think about the last time you couldn't stop thinking about something. Maybe a conversation, maybe a decision, maybe a mistake.
Hold that moment in your mind, because today we're going to talk about why that happens and how to give your brain some peace.
All right, let's jump in. So Emma, what exactly is overthinking?
Oh, that's a good question. Overthinking is when you think about something too much, over and over and over. You can't stop analyzing it. You can't let it go.
Right, like when you replay a conversation in your head 100 times.
Exactly. Or when you imagine every possible bad outcome before something even happens.
Yes, overthinking is when your brain won't shut up. It keeps talking and talking and talking, and you can't turn it off.
I feel like everyone overthinks sometimes.
Absolutely, it's totally normal. But for some people, it becomes a problem because they overthink everything, all the time. And it's exhausting.
So what's the difference between normal thinking and overthinking?
Good question. Normal thinking is when you think about something, you process it, and then you move on. Overthinking is when you think about something, you process it, and then you keep thinking about it again and again and again. You can't move on.
Right. You get stuck in a loop.
Exactly. Your brain keeps replaying the same thoughts like a broken record.
Oh, I like that phrase. A broken record?
Yeah, it means something that repeats over and over and won't stop.
That's exactly what overthinking feels like. Your thoughts are on repeat and you can't press stop.
It's so frustrating.
It really is. So why do we do this? Why does our brain overthink?
Well, I think there are a few reasons. First, we want to be prepared. We want to avoid mistakes. We want to make the right decision. So we think about every possible outcome.
Right. Like if you have a big presentation tomorrow, you might imagine everything that could go wrong.
Exactly. What if I forget my words? What if people don't like my ideas? What if the technology doesn't work? And then you spend all night worrying instead of sleeping.
Yes. But here's the thing. Thinking about these things doesn't actually help.
What do you mean?
Well, thinking about a problem can be helpful if it leads to a solution. But overthinking doesn't lead to solutions. It just creates more anxiety.
Right. You're not solving the problem, you're just making yourself more stressed.
Exactly. Overthinking is like sitting in a rocking chair. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere.
Oh, that's a great analogy. So overthinking gives you the feeling of doing something, but you're not actually making progress?
Exactly. You're just exhausting yourself.
So what's another reason we overthink?
I think we overthink because we care too much about what other people think,
Oh, yes. This is a big one.
right? You send a text and the person doesn't reply immediately, and you start thinking, did I say something wrong? Are they mad at me? Do they not like me anymore? And you create this whole story in your head.
Exactly. But the reality is, they're probably just busy. They're at work, they're cooking dinner, they're talking to someone. They're not thinking about you at all.
Ugh, that's so true. But it's hard to remember that when you're in the middle of overthinking.
I know, because when you're overthinking, everything feels so real. The thoughts feel so important, so urgent.
Yes, it's like your brain is screaming at you. Pay attention to this. This is important.
But actually, most of the things we overthink are not that important.
Right, like that text you sent. In a week, you won't even remember it.
Exactly, but in the moment, it feels like the biggest problem in the world.
So how do we stop? How do we turn off the overthinking?
Well, that's what we're going to talk about. But first, let's understand what happens in your brain when you overthink.
Okay, I'm curious.
So when you overthink, your brain goes into a kind of loop. You have a thought, and that thought triggers another thought, and that thought triggers another thought. And before you know it, you're deep in your head, spiraling.
Right, and the more you think, the worse you feel.
Exactly, because overthinking usually focuses on negative things. What could go wrong, what you did wrong, what people might think.
It's like your brain is looking for problems.
Yes, and once it finds one problem, it finds another, and another, and another.
So how do we break the loop?
That's the key question, and there are actually some strategies that can help. First, you need to recognize when you're overthinking.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it. We just feel anxious or stressed or tired, but we don't connect it to overthinking.
Right. So the first step is to notice, oh, I'm overthinking right now.
Exactly. Once you notice it, you can do something about it.
So what can you do?
Well, one strategy is to set a worry time.
A worry time? What's that?
It's when you schedule a specific time to worry or overthink, like 15 minutes every evening.
Oh, interesting. So instead of worrying all day, you save it for that specific time?
Exactly. And when a worried thought comes up during the day, you tell yourself, I'll think about this later, during my worry time.
And does that actually work?
It can, because it gives your brain permission to think about those things, but not right now. Later.
I like that. It's like you're not ignoring the thoughts, you're just postponing them.
Exactly. And often, by the time worry time comes, the thing doesn't seem so important anymore.
Right, because you've moved on, you're in a different mood, a different state of mind.
Yes. So that's one strategy. What's another one?
Another strategy is to write it down. Write down what you're overthinking.
Oh, why does that help?
Because when thoughts are in your head, they feel big and scary and overwhelming. But when you write them down on paper, they become smaller, more manageable.
Right. You can see them clearly instead of just feeling them.
Exactly. And sometimes when you write it down, you realize, oh, this is actually not that bad. Or you realize, I can't control this, so there's no point worrying about it.
Yes. Writing helps you separate the facts from the feelings.
I love that. Facts from feelings.
Yeah, because often when we overthink, we mix them together. We think something is a fact, but it's actually just a feeling or a fear.
Right. Like you think your friend is mad at you, but that's not a fact. That's just your fear.
Exactly. The fact is, they didn't reply to your text. The feeling is maybe they're mad, but you don't actually know that.
So writing it down helps you see the difference.
Yes, and once you see the difference, you can challenge the overthinking.
What do you mean, challenge it?
Well, you can ask yourself questions like, is this thought helpful? Is this thought true? Is this thought kind? And if the answer is no, you can let it go.
That's powerful.
It is, because most of our overthinking thoughts are not helpful, not true, and not kind. They're just our brain being mean to us.
Ugh, so true. So we need to be kinder to ourselves.
Exactly. And that brings me to the next strategy. Self-compassion.
Self-compassion?
Yes, it means treating yourself the way you would treat a good friend.
Right. If your friend was overthinking, you wouldn't say, "You're so stupid. Why are you thinking about this?"
No, you would say, hey, it's okay. Everyone overthinks sometimes. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Exactly. So we need to talk to ourselves that way too. Instead of judging ourselves for overthinking, we can be gentle, understanding, patient.
Yes, because overthinking is hard enough. We don't need to make it worse by being mean to ourselves.
Exactly.
Okay, so we talked about recognizing overthinking, setting a worry time, writing it down, challenging the thoughts, and self-compassion. What else can help?
I think movement helps a lot.
Movement? Like exercise?
Yes. When you're stuck in your head overthinking everything, sometimes you just need to get out of your head and into your body.
Oh, I like that. Out of your head and into your body.
Yeah. So go for a walk, do some yoga, dance to music, anything that gets you moving.
And why does that help?
Because when you move your body, your brain has to focus on something else. It can't overthink and move at the same time.
Right, like when you're walking, you're paying attention to your steps, to your breathing, to what you see around you.
Exactly. And that gives your brain a break from all the overthinking.
I've noticed this. When I go for a run, I always feel better afterwards.
Yes, because you've released the energy, the tension, the stress, and you've given your brain something else to focus on.
So movement is really powerful.
Absolutely. Another thing that helps is distraction.
Distraction?
Yes, sometimes you just need to stop thinking and do something completely different.
Like what?
Like watch a movie, call a friend, cook something, play a game, read a book. Anything that takes your attention away from the overthinking.
Right, because if you keep sitting there thinking about the same thing, you'll just spiral deeper.
Exactly. But if you distract yourself, you break the cycle. And often, when you come back to the thought later, it doesn't feel so big anymore.
Yes, because you've given your brain a rest.
Exactly.
So let's summarize the strategies. First, recognize when you're overthinking. Second, set a worry time. Third, write it down. Fourth, challenge the thoughts. Fifth, practice self-compassion. Sixth, move your body. And seventh, distract yourself.
These are all really helpful. But I want to add one more thing.
What's that?
Sometimes the best thing you can do is just accept the uncertainty.
Accept the uncertainty? What do you mean?
Well, a lot of overthinking comes from wanting to know what will happen, wanting to control the outcome, wanting to be certain.
Right. Like you want to know if your friend is mad at you, if the presentation will go well, if you made the right decision.
Exactly. But the truth is, you can't know. Life is uncertain. We can't control everything.
And that's scary.
It is, but it's also freeing.
How?
Because once you accept that you can't know everything, you can let go. You can stop trying to figure it out. You can stop overthinking. And you can just be present in this moment, right now.
That's beautiful. But it's hard to do.
It is. It takes practice. But every time you catch yourself overthinking, you can remind yourself, I don't need to know right now. I can handle whatever happens. I can let this go.
And over time it gets easier?
I hope so, because overthinking is exhausting.
It really is. But remember, you're not alone. Everyone overthinks sometimes, and it's okay. You're doing your best, and that's enough.
Exactly. All right, before we go, let's slow down together for a moment.
Yes, we used some strong words and phrases today. So let's do a small word tour to help you remember them and use them.
We'll take a few of our favorite words from this episode, explain them in simple English, and give you easy examples.
You can repeat after us if you want.
So take a breath, relax your shoulders, and enjoy this calm little word tour.
First phrase, overthinking.
Overthinking is when you think about something too much, over and over. You can't stop analyzing it. You can't let it go.
For example, I spent all night overthinking that conversation. I should just let it go.
Or, stop overthinking. What's done is done.
You can repeat after us. Overthinking.
Next phrase, stuck in a loop.
Stuck in a loop means you keep repeating the same thoughts or actions over and over, like a circle that never ends.
For example, I'm stuck in a loop. I keep thinking about the same thing.
Or, my mind is stuck in a loop. I can't stop worrying.
Next phrase, a broken record.
A broken record is something that repeats over and over and won't stop. It comes from old vinyl records that would skip and repeat.
For example, my brain is like a broken record, playing the same thoughts again and again.
Or, he keeps saying the same thing, like a broken record.
Next phrase, spiraling.
Spiraling means going deeper and deeper into negative thoughts or emotions, getting worse and worse.
For example, I was overthinking and I started spiraling, imagining all the worst outcomes.
Or, don't let yourself spiral. Take a break and breathe.
Next phrase, worry time.
Worry time is a scheduled time when you allow yourself to worry or overthink instead of doing it all day.
For example, I set aside 15 minutes of worry time every evening, so I don't worry all day long.
Or, when a worry comes up, I tell myself I'll think about it during worry time.
Next phrase, self-compassion.
Self-compassion means treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when you make mistakes or feel bad.
For example, practice self-compassion. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Or, she showed herself self-compassion instead of judging herself.
Next phrase, out of your head and into your body.
This phrase means stop thinking so much and focus on physical movement or sensations.
For example, when I'm overthinking, I go for a walk to get out of my head and into my body.
Or, yoga helps me get out of my head and into my body.
Next word, uncertainty.
Uncertainty means not knowing what will happen, not being sure. The opposite of certainty.
For example, life is full of uncertainty. We can't control everything.
Or, learning to accept uncertainty helps reduce overthinking.
Next phrase, let it go.
Let it go means stop thinking about something. Stop holding on to it. Release it.
For example, that argument happened last week. You need to let it go.
Or, I'm trying to let it go, but it's hard.
Last phrase, present.
Present means focused on right now, this moment, not the past or the future.
For example, try to be present. Stop worrying about tomorrow.
Or, when I'm present, I don't overthink as much.
You did great. You didn't just listen to a podcast. You also walked through these strong words with us.
And remember, you don't have to use all of them at once. Even if you choose one or two and use them this week, that is already real progress.
So be kind to yourself this week. Notice when you're overthinking.
And if you catch yourself, try one of the strategies we talked about today.
Maybe set a worry time, or write it down, or go for a walk.
Even one small change can make a big difference.
And if this episode helped you, you can always listen again or share it with someone who also struggles with overthinking.
We're cheering for you from here.
This is Emma.
And this is Leo.
And you've been listening to CalmCast English Podcast. Bye.